Hey, it's Andy here. Just to give you guys a heads up, we have 2 days left to get signed into the Jumpstart. So if you look above, the first link is going to take you right to the order page, what you can expect. Or you can get started for a one-time payment of $67 or two payments, you can just start with $35. Now, after the 2 days, you can still sign up, but the price is going to go up to $97. So you got to get in now. And don't worry, because we're going to start after Halloween. And I just have a funny story to share with you because this is classic. Like, it happens to, like, even my other clients. But it happened to my husband last night.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, right? My little helper today. So I'm out with the kids. They are at their taekwondo, and he's texting me, and he's having huge cravings because he knows that we're right next to a Chinese place. He's like, I want Chinese, pick up Chinese. And I'm like, no, honey, there's food at home. He's like, no, I want Chinese, I want Mongolian beef. He's like, I just need something. I was like, okay, fine. And he's like, no. He was like going literally back and forth for like 10 minutes. I was like, honey, you have to let me know what you want by this time because I'm tired, I want to just come home. And he's like, well, isn't there a Mexican place there? Let us go down about burritos and enchiladas. And I'm like, oh, okay. So finally, he's having this tug of war with himself. Finally, he decides, you know what? I want ice cream. There's a little natural store that carries organic ice cream. It's like $7 or $8 a ton. He's like, stop and get me some. I'm just like, okay, no, I'm not going to get you ice cream. He's like, no, really, stop and get ice cream. And I was like, honey, okay, tell you what. We have fresh raw milk, and so we just skim like 2 quarts of fresh cream. And okay, sit over there. And so I was like, honey, I will come home. I'll make you some nutrient-dense ice cream, vanilla. It's going to be fabulous. And I was like, it literally takes like 5 minutes to throw this stuff together, and then we just have to let it churn. So he's like, okay, fine. If you'll come home and you make the ice cream, then I'll settle for that. I'm like, well, good, because we already have the ingredients, right? Why go out and buy it? So finally get home. I start on the ice cream because I am hungry, and I actually wanted a little Mexican. I'm thinking, wait, I've got rice, I've got beans. I can add a little egg to my rice. I can, and let's see, rice, beans. Oh, and then I had fermented sauerkraut. Perfect. And then I had cultured sour cream. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got my Mexican flair. So I heat all that up, add some extra butter to that. And he sees my plate. I got a nice little plate. I make it all nice and pretty. He's like, can I have some? I'm like, honey, it's on the stove. Go make it yourself. You what you want. Right home. So he makes himself a, nice little average size helping. And he's like totally loving it. It's exactly what he wanted. The taste and the flavors and everything. And so it was probably about an hour later. And I'm like, oh, wait, the ice cube's ready. It was been in the freezer, nice and solidified. It tasted fabulous, you're tasting the cream and stuff. And he's like, no, I'm good. And I'm like, what? I mean, I literally almost got mad. I was like, what do you mean you're good? No, you were begging for eating out at Mexican or Chinese, and then you're like, no, this is the final straw. Go get ice cream. And I was like, no, you're going to eat ice cream. He's like, no, I don't want any ice cream. I'm like, you go eat some ice cream. I was like forcing him to eat it. And he got to the point, he's like, really, you want me to go eat some? I was like, okay, what am I doing?
Mom.
It is Dada. And so I said, no. And I just realized that he was like at an 8 or 9 for cravings. I mean, he was just ravenous, wanted this ice cream. And here, all I did was make some simple ingredients, organic ingredients, adding the protein and fat and some carbs with the rice, just cooked in homemade broth, so it actually had more nutrient value to it. And it was just what he needed, especially with the sauerkraut and the sour cream. It had that sweet and sourness to it. And so it just hit all of his taste buds. And literally, craving was gone like that. 8 or 9 to a 0, to where he just was like, I don't want any. Like, totally not interested. Could have said a bowl in front of me, been like, I'm full, I'm good, I'm satisfied, And so that's basically what this jump starting to fall is all about. It's about knowing how to eat the foods that you really love, making them nutrient dense and delicious. And then so in the fall, when you see this table of array of candies and sweets, you look at it and you're like, I'm good. Or you're able to go and like, hey, I want to try this today because it looks good, and you try one, and you're good with just like one instead of one more or one more of that, one more of that. We know how it is, right? There's always one more until we go, oh my gosh, that one more. It starts to feel, really kind of lousy. So jump started with me. Click the links above. And remember, after 2 days, it's going to jump up to $97. You can always still join, but get in now. So you get the lower price. And I will see you on the inside to eliminate those cravings and enjoy your foods because, oh my gosh, they're delicious.